Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We're starting the recording. Cool.
Yeah, I got to record this to cloud because sometimes I forget, or sometimes
Yeah.
I start this like 15 minutes before the clinic, and my bosses get really upset about that because they have to cut everything and they don't like editing.
Right. No
Yeah,
problem.
but Pickering, three-eyed fish in Pickering, that's kind of interesting to hear, but oh well. Cool. So let's get this started. Let's talk about, okay, run bras, not sports bras. We're talking run bras.
Mhm.
And we've got Amy from Brooks here with us, so she'll do the talk, not me, because even though I know a lot, I don't like sharing because people thinks it's uncomfortable. A guy knows this stuff, but the history of it is amazing. It's you think like shoes have been around forever. Bras not till like the 70s. They didn't really get invented sports bras until the
Yeah.
70s. Two ladies sewed together two jock straps, right? And even that was just a start. So I'll let Amy talk because otherwise I'll talk for like 3 hours and she won't
That's
have a
okay.
chance. So Amy from Brooks, and just listen to her. Don't You can listen to me afterwards.
Okay, thanks, Warren. Yeah, good little intro there. So my name's Amy. I'm the tech rep for Brooks in Ontario. So I live just outside of the Toronto area, but I'm super excited to be doing the talk for you today. So I will be going over what we call run bras at Brooks. So Brooks is a running specific company. So if you're not super familiar with Brooks, we make running shoes, sports bras, or what we call run bras, and running apparel as well. I'm sure most of you have heard of Brooks. If you have been to the running room, you've run out of the store. I'm sure many of you wear Brooks as well, such as the Ghost, the Adrenaline, or the Glycerin. And you might be familiar with our Run Bra collection as well. So today I'm going to share a deck for the presentation. And my goal for today is to talk to you about why it's important to wear a proper sports bra or a run bra. I'm probably going to use those interchangeably throughout the talk here. So we'll talk about why it's important to have that. And then we're actually going to do a fitting so that you can fit yourself. So if you have a measuring tape, a flexible measuring tape like I have here nearby, you can go ahead and grab that before we start the talk. If you don't, that's totally fine. I'm going to share resources with you as we go along so that you can do this later on yourself. But really, I wanted to show you how you can do a measurement yourself at home, just because a lot of things are virtual now. Even going into the store, we're distanced a little bit more. So this way you can have a good idea of the size that you're wearing before you go into the store or before you purchase your run bra online. Okay, and then we'll go into a couple of quick tips and tricks on how to make sure your run bra is fitting properly, how to take care of it, and things like that. So I would like to keep this really conversational today. If you have any questions, by all means, unmute yourself throughout the call today. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, feel free to write it in the chat. I'll take a break partway through to address any questions, and then we'll take a look at the chat as well before we continue on to the end. So I will share my screen now just so I can show you my deck here. Okay, so could someone just give me a thumbs up that you can see my deck? Okay, perfect. Thanks so much. Okay, so let's get started here. So welcome to the Run Bra Talk. And first off, we're going to start with finding the right fit for you. So there's really three key components that you need to look into when you're trying to find if your run bra fits or if the one you're trying on in store is fitting properly. So these are in order of importance here. So number one is making sure your bottom band fits properly. So what I mean by that, we'll kind of go through a couple of things as we do the fitting as well, but you want to make sure that the bottom band is fitting nice and snug. It lies flat all the way around your rib cage and back. So when I'm saying it's fitting snug, it's not so tight that you feel very uncomfortable, but it's also not loose where it's coming off of your skin, particularly, I think, can you all still see me at the top here? Okay, so particularly right in the center here, if it's coming off of the skin, then that means it's too big for you as well. So ideally, a good way to check if the bottom band fits you is take two fingers and you should be able to comfortably fit them underneath the bottom band. If you can't fit 2 fingers and it's really tight, that means the bottom band is too tight. And if you're able to really pull it off of the skin, then, or pull it away from your rib cage, then it's too big. The reason why this is number 1 on the list is because 80% of the support in a sports bra or a run bra comes from the bottom band. So a lot of us think the support comes from the cups, or if we adjust the straps, it'll kind of pull everything up, but the support actually comes from the bottom band. So if you don't make sure the bottom band is fitting properly first, the rest of the bra doesn't fit properly either. So really make sure it's fitting nice and snug, not too loose, not too tight, and it's flat all the way around your skin, all the way around your rib cage, sorry, and it's not going to cause any chafing or any kind of abrasion. Second is the cups. This one, when you're trying on, you're going to know right away. So it should be fitting smoothly and you have full coverage. So you have no spillage out of the top or the sides of breast tissue coming out of the bra at all. So if the cups are too small, then you will have spillage. If the cups are too big, then you'll have like gaping material on the top and on the sides of the bra as well. So it's a little bit easier to see if the cups are fitting properly because really you're looking for full coverage of the breast tissue, and also you're just feeling comfortable. So we all know what it's like if you're wearing, whether it's a top or a sports bra or anything that's fitting incorrectly, you just automatically feel uncomfortable. So you're looking for comfort in this case as well. The last thing is the straps. So still super important, but again, that bottom band is going to be priority, and the straps are still important, but they're going to be the last thing that you look at out of the 3 components on the bra. So the straps, I'll use this example again. You want them not too tight, not too loose. So what you can do as a test when you're in the change room is take 2 fingers and you should be able to comfortably fit 2 fingers underneath the strap. If you can't even fit 1 finger underneath there, then it's too tight. And if you're able to really pull the bra off, like I can't really pull this off of her, but if you're able to really pull it off of the trap muscle or the shoulder, then it's going to be too loose. Another indicator, if it's too tight, is if it's pushing on your trap muscles and it's causing pain. So by your trap muscle, it's like right here beside your neck. And so a lot of sports bras that are the racer back style, like this one, where it connects in the back, they will naturally sit higher on your trap muscles. So if it's sitting there for a long period of time and it's very tight, then it can cause some discomfort in that area and also some neck pain. So just be aware of that. And I'll go into different options for styles that you can wear to avoid the straps sitting directly on your trap muscles. So those are the first like key things that you need to know for how it should be fitting overall. So bottom band, cups, and straps. Okay, so we're going to do a measurement now. I'm going to use myself as an example just for the measurements as we walk through it. But I'm also, if you're not able to follow along, don't worry at all, because I'm going to show you a resource that you can access after the call today. So if you have a flexible measuring tape, go ahead and grab it. You can watch me do my own measurement if you don't, and follow along that way. So first we're going to be doing a band measurement. Then we're going to find out our cup size by doing a bust measurement. And then we're going to combine the 2 to get our final measurement. Okay, so this chart looks a little scary at the beginning, but I promise you it's not. So another thing, if you do have a measuring tape here, make sure you're measuring in inches, not centimeters. It will be very off if you're measuring in centimeters instead. So again, I'm using myself as a reference, so I'll kind of show you how I'm measuring myself. We're going to measure the bottom band first. So that's right around your rib cage, and it's exactly where the bottom band of the sports bra will be fitting you. So you want to take the measuring tape, wrap it around. This one you want to be tight because your run bra, the bottom band, is supposed to be nice and tight as well. So I always wrap this one around myself, and then I breathe in and I pull it tighter. So pull it nice and tight. And the 0 is here, so I'm going to take this measurement. So I'm going to tell you my measurements out loud, just so that you can reference the chart as we go along. So I measured 30 inches on the bottom band, or on the rib cage that you see on the side there. So the other thing with the bottom band measurement, you want it to be closest to the nearest number. So if I measured 29.5 or 30.5, I want to get the closest measurement. And with the bottom band, you want it to be tighter. So let's say I measured 30.5, I would just round down to 30 so that it's closer to the nearest whole number, and it's also smaller, so it's going to be tighter. So I measured 30. So you can see here between the 29 and the 31, I measured 30. So that means I'm a 34 band size. Okay, so now we're going to measure the bust. So you do the same thing, you wrap it around. Another thing you want to make sure is that it's level all the way around. So it's not, the tape isn't falling down, it's not riding up your back for both the bottom band and the bust. So this one is going to be kind of the opposite of the bottom band measurement. So this one you want to be not loose, but a little bit more relaxed. So you're not pulling super tight, it's just relaxed. It's right in the center of where the cup would be. Okay, so I want it relaxed, so I'm gonna slack it a little bit. Okay, so here I measured 35. So what you do now is, my measurements are very easy, but it's really just some simple math here. So you take, I measured 30 on my bottom band and I measured 35 on my bust. That's a 5-inch difference. So if you look at these two, I measure a 34 with a 5-inch difference is a B cup. If you want another example, here's one over to the side. So again, it's just taking the two measurements, bust and band, and then you deduct, and this would equal a D cup instead. Okay, so super simple. It's just the two measurements. And that's how you get your bra size for band and cup. So before we move on, I am just going to exit my presentation so I can show you where to access this online. So if you go onto the Running Room website, I'm already here, but if you go under Women and Sports Bras, it will take you to this page. And then if you go under Find Your Fit, this is everything we're talking about today. So how to make sure your bottom band is fitting properly, your cups, your straps, and then how to measure. So this is the chart, the exact same chart that I just used. So this is what you can use if you don't have a measuring tape here today, or you want to do it another time on your own. Okay, and then it shows you step by step down here with the 3 categories, how to make sure you're doing the measurements properly. So like
Amy,
yeah,
sorry, we can't, what we see on your screen is your now PowerPoint deck, but we're not seeing your Running Room app, just so you know.
Sorry about
You'd have to switch your screens. That's okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me just stop sharing and share again with this. Thanks, Jody. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, you can see the Running Room page now? Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. So as I was saying, I'll kind of just go through this quickly again, but if you go under Women, under the Running Room website, Sports Bras, it'll take you to this page. It shows you everything we went through at the beginning here. So how to check the bottom band, the cups, and the straps. If you go down here to how to measure your bra size, this is the exact same chart that we just used in my deck. So you can use this as a reference later on. And then this is the 3 categories of how to make sure you're measuring properly as well. So feel free to use this tool. It's a really great tool to have online. after if you're interested later today or when you're buying your next run bra, how to make sure you're purchasing the right size. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this. And so one other thing before I break for questions is I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about Brooks run bras in general. Now that we have like the measurement down pat, is you'll notice that when we were doing the measurement, it's a band and a cup size that we were measuring for. So at Brooks, we have a wide range of styles available. Most of them are available in a band and a cup size. So some styles we do in small, medium, large, etc. But most of them you'll find in a band and cup size. So this is great because you're getting a real true size, and it's based on that measurement. So within our line, we do anywhere from a 30 to a 44 band and an A through a G cup. So our sizing is, our size range is really accessible. There's lots of options and there's lots of fit options as well. So I'll be going into fit options here in a second, just to show you the range of styles that are available, but just wanted you to be aware of the size range that we also carry. So not every single style comes in that range of 30 to 44 and an A through a G cup, but within the entirety of our collection, there's definitely options within the size range. So before I move on, are there any questions about maybe your measurement or any questions about your run bras in general up to this point?
I've just got a question, like just as far as, does one assume that all run bras are full support, or do we also need to look into greater support for larger sizes?
Yeah, that's a great question. So at Brooks, all of our run bras are high impact support. So no matter what style you pick, you're getting the highest amount of support. But that's not to say, like, if you're wearing a different type of sports bra, another brand, it usually says on the tag what type of support you're getting. So usually with sports bras or run bras, you're getting low, medium, or high impact. So low impact is generally used for things like yoga, maybe going for a walk, things like that, anything that's low impact. Medium would be more cycling, like light jogging or walking, hiking, and then high impact, obviously running, if you're doing HIIT workouts, anything like that. So kind of self-explanatory there on the low, medium, and high, but just make sure you're wearing the run bra that's suitable for the type of activity you're doing. And it will often say on the tag, or if you're looking online, it'll say on the description what the bra is.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So Janine asked, how do these measurements relate to normal bra measurements? Your chart has me smaller band size and smaller cup than I usually wear. Yeah, good question as well, Janine. So if you're wearing an everyday bra right now, or let's say you're wearing something that's not typically your natural shape, the idea of doing the measurement is making sure you're wearing something as close to your natural shape. So it is normal to measure slightly different. So a lot of women will measure slightly smaller for a sports bra because you want it to be more compressive as well. So if you're measuring a little bit smaller on the band size, that's okay, then your normal bra, because again, you want the run bra to fit a little bit more compressive and more snug than your everyday, especially if you're typically wearing like a lingerie bra with the underwire and molded cups, then it will generally be a smaller measurement if you're measuring for a sports bra. And the other thing to do is just, if you're able to, like try on in store, like do your measurement, and then if you have access or if you're able to go into the store and just try on first, then that's a great way to make sure you're in the right size as well. But yeah, it's not unusual to measure a little bit smaller. Any other questions?
Well, I don't have a question, but I was just going to lay upon what you just said, which is the fact that I find that the best bras are the high impact bras, and then take a size a little smaller, not cup size smaller, but the width, I mean the circumference size. So I usually go a little smaller, and that usually works. When I get my actual size, is usually just not the right thing, especially for bigger women. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you're totally right. And everyone's going to gauge that a little bit differently, but I think you're totally right. And if that's comfortable for you for going down especially in the band size, so that you have that nice snug compressive fit, then that's right for you. I also tend to go down a size because I like that really compressive fit as well. So yeah, good call out there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to sharing my screen so that we can talk about different styles. And I might flip-flop back and forth between sharing my screen and not. Can I just get a thumbs up again if you can see my deck? I just need to put it in presentation mode. There we go. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So finding the right style for you. So after you find the right fit, it's all about finding the right style for you. And at Brooks, we have plenty of different options. So we have options that are an easy on and off. We have ones that have a built-in bottom band, ones that have a more traditional bottom band, adjustable straps, molded cups, like you name it, there's lots of options. So I'm going to talk to you about 3 options here. I listed a number of them for each kind of bullet point there, but I'm going to talk about 3 of them here. So I know it's a little bit smaller with me at the top of the screen, but I think you'll still get a good idea and you can kind of reference aside as we're talking. So this one is called the Drive Convertible. I'm just really showing you these so that you can get a sense of like the type of features that are offered in our bra line. So it's the Drive Convertible. It's all about having a compressive fit in this bra. And this is actually our most compressive fit out of our whole line. So the Drive Convertible. It has semi-molded cups, so they're not molded, so there's no additional padding, but they're semi-molded, so you're getting some shape. It has a traditional bottom band. And then if you flip it around, you have an adjustable back closure. My apologies, I know it's hard to see with the lighting, but you have an adjustable back closure with the 3 prongs. And the great thing about this bra is that you can wear it as a racer back, but you can also unhook this and wear it as an open back instead. So it's super versatile. If you're someone who you love the racer back style, or maybe it's summertime and you want to wear a tank top, then you can wear it as a racer back, but then you also have the option of wearing it as an open back. It also makes for a really easy on and off, because it's obviously a lot easier to get on and off when you're dealing with an open back instead. The straps are also adjustable at the back here with sliders. Just like an everyday bra has with the sliders, this one is also adjustable too. So, yep. Super supportive. It has mesh paneling on it for breathability. It's all synthetic fibers and fabrics so that it's going to wick away sweat and keep you cooler and drier. So this one is the Dare Scoop Back. This one does have molded cups in it. So this is for someone who maybe you want a little bit more shape. You like the feel and the fit of the molded cups. So they're perforated on the inside, so they will wick away sweat a little bit faster. If you look at the image at the top there, you can see those molded cups, but they are perforated. So this one has what's called an integrated or a built-in bottom band. So you can see this bra is all bonded and it's all seamless. So these bras are all about having no distractions. You put it on, you don't notice it's there. And it's just gonna have a really soft feel overall without any additional seams or stitching. Flip this one around. Again, you have the adjustable back closure here with the prongs, adjustable straps, and then it's a nice open back. So again, easy on and off. If you can't pull over your head, or some women just don't want to pull over their head, like after a run, it can be really challenging to get it back off. So those are 2 really awesome options for not having to deal with pulling it over your head at all. The last one I'll mention today is our Dare Racerback. So this is going to be a more like traditional fit and style that you're used to. So traditional bottom band here, has mesh at the top for breathability. Adjustable straps are actually at the front with sliders, so you can have an easy adjustment on the run if you need to. So you flip this one around, you have an adjustable back closure, and then it's a racer back. So you will pull this one over your head. However, it does open up at the back, so it's easier to get on and off. And it does have molded cups in the front that are perforated, so they'll wick away sweat and also keep you cooler and drier. These are just 3 options that we have, but if you're looking into others, again, go onto the Running Room website. We have the entire assortment on the website in the full size range. So the 30 to 44 band, the A through G cup, Running Room now offers the entire Brooks Run Bra catalog on their website. So that's a really awesome tool if you're looking for additional styles, additional sizes. These were just 3 that I mentioned today, but we have lots of bras available. Okay, just quickly, I wanted to touch on like how to make sure you're taking care of your run bra properly so that it's lasting. Just like your running shoes don't last forever, neither will your sports bra or your run bra. So it's important to replace it. A lot of us wear our run bras for way too long. I know I'm guilty of this too, like letting it go a couple of years, which is a little bit too long for the amount of support that we need. So something I didn't touch on at the beginning of the call is why it's important to wear a proper sports bra. And that's because we need support and compression for what's called our Cooper's ligament. So all women, we have something called the Cooper's ligament in our breast tissue. And this ligament can be easily broken down over time if it's not supported properly. So this is something that can cause pain and discomfort if it's not supported properly over the run. So if any of you have run in a bra that's not very supported before and you just feel uncomfortable, you feel the bounce on the run, that's because your Cooper's ligament isn't properly supported. So if you have a proper run bra, it's supportive, it's compressive, and it's fitting you properly, you're supporting that Cooper's ligament and you're going to feel a lot better on the run too. So to make sure you're taking care of your run bra properly so it does last you, a couple of my quick tips are you can wash it with your regular load if you want to, like wash it with your technical gear. However, it's a great idea to put it inside of a lingerie bag. So like a mesh bag that zips up. It's protecting it against the other fabrics and fibers that are in the washing machine. So it's not causing any abrasion or breaking down throughout the cycle of washing it over and over again. And then also once you wash it, and you take it out of the lingerie bag, hang it to dry. So do not put it in the dryer. It's not good for the fabric and the fibers. And it also will make it feel a little bit more snug over time if you keep putting it in the dryer. So similar to your shoes, it's a good idea to have one bra, more than one bra in rotation. So if you're someone who's running a couple times a week, it's first of all pretty annoying to have to do laundry multiple times a week. And none of us really want to put on a run bra that we've worn already this week. So have a couple in rotation. This way you can you can wear several different styles throughout the week, but then you also aren't breaking down the run bra. Kind of similar to your shoes, if you're wearing the same shoes all the time, they're going to break down faster. So what I try and say is have one on the go, one in your drawer, and one in the laundry. So that way you kind of have something in rotation all the time. And then, yeah, kind of that one thing that goes along with that is replacing your bra frequently to ensure you're getting proper support. So generally after 1 year, you should be replacing the sports bra or run bra, or at least like adding another one into your rotation and like kind of tapering that older one off a little bit. So maybe wear it, transition that older run bra or sports bra into like your bra that you wear for hiking instead of running, or your bra that you wear for just lower impact exercises, and then add other ones into the rotation. So those are my quick tips. One other thing on washing, make sure you do up any of the hooks. If you have like the back closures, make sure you do them up so they're not snagging on anything. And yeah, wash it in the lingerie bag as well. Okay, that's the presentation. Feel free, if you have questions, it's amy.hicks, HICKS @brooksrunning.com. And then make sure you check out the Running Room website. We also have a bra finder tool on the brooksrunning.com website, which you can check out. And that will help pick the style that's right for you based on the questions that you answer. So it's kind of fun to do as well. So I'm going to stop sharing this so I can see you all again. And I see Linda asked a question. Yeah, good question, Linda. So our bras range from $45 to $90 Canadian. So depending on the style and the features that are in the bra, that will be the price range overall.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I'm an MRI tech by trade. The clasps that go up and down, are those metal or plastic on average? Like
They're plastic.
They are plastic?
Yep, they're plastic.
Okay, good.
Yep, yep. We have, yeah, there's this one at the back, which is like the notch, and then this is the slider, but they are plastic. Yeah, they're not going to be metal.
Okay, thanks.
The only thing, Tammy, is that these adjustments on the back are metal. Sorry,
Okay.
didn't mention that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, good question there. Any other questions or feedback, or if you have anything that you've come across in your search for like the perfect run bra for you, feel free to toss it out there.
Okay, I have a question. So what would do you think, because after I go for a run, sometimes you come back and you're all so sweaty and everything is really wet. And someone once told me, just wash your gym clothes immediately and don't let them sit in the sweat. Because the sweat is, I guess, is salty, so that kind of ruins. So I find that I'm having to wash every time I go on a run. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm that with you, if that's really true, or I can just leave them in there till I'm ready to do my load of laundry.
Yeah, I would say you don't really need to worry about doing the load of laundry right away. The salt from your coming from your sweat, like it's going to be more of a natural, it's like a natural salt, and it's also it's not that much that it's going to like break down the fibers in the bra. So if you are concerned, you can always just hang to dry, like don't throw it in your hamper right away, let it air out, or you can rinse it just like in the bathroom sink and then hang to dry without having to do a full load of laundry if you're concerned about it. But yeah, you don't need to be doing the laundry every single time. Yeah. Good question. Okay. Yeah, so I'll let anyone else ask any questions if there are questions, but Warren, that's what I have today. So I will toss it back to you, and please feel free to let me know if you have any other thoughts and questions.
For sure. Actually, the one thing it's as a guy working in our store, a lot of times I'm the only person in the store. So first off, I like Brooks because Brooks has fallen all over themselves to teach us how to ask the right questions and what to ask, and a little bit more about bras. But the one thing that drives me nuts is trying to convince, people that a sports bra or run bra is going to fit differently than an everyday bra, right?
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
I also, if somebody comes to my counter with one bra, I send them into the change room with 3 of them. But it's just trying to get them to understand that, right? It's a challenge.
Definitely. But, yeah. So you're right. Like, I mean, it's great to try on. Sending them back to the change room and trying on different styles is a great idea. That way they kind of have a better understanding of how different styles will fit. But yeah, they will fit, I shouldn't say smaller, but definitely tighter than your normal daily bra will.
For sure.
The entire construction of a daily bra or a everyday bra is different than a run bra. So it's much more compressive fabrics that are used with spandex, polyester, nylon in these bras.
Yeah, and I mean, spend as much time on bras as you do on shoes. I mean, it's got to be the right bra.
Yep,
But
definitely.
Amy is from Brooks, by the way. If any of you guys have a Brooks question or a shoe question, she probably could answer it.
Yeah, I can definitely answer shoe questions as well. Yeah, if there are any shoe questions.
What's the best shoes for plantar fasciitis?
The best shoe for plantar fasciitis? So there's not, yeah, tricky question. There's not going to be a best shoe for that. I will say that it's a good idea to have a high cushioned shoe. So something that's going to offer you plenty of cushioning. And then make sure you go to the running room and get a gait analysis to ensure that you're in the right category. And by category, I mean, do you need more support? So are you in a stability shoe or do you need to be in a neutral shoe? And then you can pick based on that. So if you're looking for a high cushion shoe at Brooks, it would be the Glycerin. For a support shoe, it would be the Glycerin GTS. So those shoes offer tons of cushioning. They'll be really soft and they'll just kind of help possibly support that plantar fasciitis a little bit more and kind of disperse some of that pain that might come along with it if you have higher or more cushioning under your foot. But yeah, there's not going to be a best. It'll take a little bit of time and you have to like do the exercises and all of that to kind of remedy that part of it.
For sure. Hey, how about the difference between a guy's shoe and a female shoe?
Yeah. So between the styles, like for example, many of you are probably familiar with the Brooks Ghost. So between the styles, they're going to be the same essentially, except for the sizing. So the length sizing is obviously different, but then the width sizing as well. So the standard width for a women's shoe is a B, and then the standard width for a men's shoe is a D. So generally though, like if for women, if you are wearing a men's shoe, you just size down 1.5 sizes. And so that means you can go into a men's shoe. It's great if you do need to go into a men's shoe, particularly if you're someone who needs a wider width. The great thing is that Running Room carries wider widths in both men's and women's for Brooks and other brands as well. But if you need the additional length or you need the additional width, then you can kind of go between the different genders. But in terms of like the cushioning and the materials that are used, it's going to be the same between men's and women's shoes.
So quick to jump on that, Amy. So if one went up to a men's shoe because you need a wider toe box, does that also mean a wider heel? Because I've got a wide toe box, but not a wide heel.
Yeah, it will fit like a bit wider in the heel. But however, like generally, if you need the wider toe box, it still fits well in the heel. It's not so drastic that it's all of a sudden going to be way too wide in the heel. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. Katie, yeah.
So I watched the video that Warren posted last week about shoes, and I have no idea what shoe I have or what it does or anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
so
okay.
I just bought them online with my little knowledge.
Okay, that's okay. So great question. Thanks for putting it up there. So that's the Brooks Divide. That is a trail shoe. So Katie, are you wearing that on a trail, like a gravel pack trail or anything? No. Okay, that's okay. So the thing with the Divide is it's our, what we call like intro to trail shoe. So what I mean by that is it's more of a transition shoe. So it can be used on the road, but it's more so for going from road to like a gravel pack trail, or if you have a path near your house. So because you're looking at the bottom there, it has more traction. Yeah, so you can see it has more traction than a road shoe would have. And that's because those lugs on the bottom, so the parts that kind of stick out are the lugs, and that's for more traction on a trail.
Okay. And I think I've already worn this out. And I haven't had them very long.
Yeah, so that would be if you're wearing them primarily on pavement, they're meant for trail, right? So just that those lugs, like I mentioned, aren't meant to be like pounded on pavement. over and over again. They're meant for maybe a little bit of pavement, like it's meant for you to leave your house, run a kilometer, and then run the kilometer to a trail near your house, and then run on the trail. So it's not meant for the entirety of your run to be on the pavement. So yeah, keep an eye out for when you're purchasing shoes. Like if you're running primarily on the road, wear a road shoe. If you're running primarily on the trails, then you can get a trail shoe. Yeah.
Good. So I'll be seeing Katie real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we do have a new Brooks shoe in the store too, right? The Brooks Ghost 14 GTX.
You do, yeah. So if you're familiar with the Ghost, it's a road shoe. The GTX is our Gore-Tex shoe, so it's waterproof. So if you're looking for a winterized shoe, it's a great option. It's going to keep your feet warm and dry throughout the winter. So slush, water, running through the rain. That shoe, the Gore-Tex that's used, Gore-Tex is a material that the shoe goes through a total submergence test. So it's making sure there's no water or anything coming through that upper material. So that meshy part on the top. And so the Ghost Gore-Tex will have that winterized element to it.
Right on. There is one person that's not on here today that was talking about, she doesn't like getting her feet wet. I know she's on a ferry riding to the Sunshine Coast today, so she'll hear the recording of this, but
Gotcha.
that's her shoe.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah, so Katie, just back to your shoe, there is just, again, like make sure you're getting a shoe that if you're running only on the road, get a shoe that's for the road. So I'm assuming you purchased these ones online?
Yeah, I think I got them from Mac.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so just make sure whenever you're online or even in store, just asking or looking into if it's meant for road or trail. And then
another thing I noticed is I wore like where my toe is hitting, I'm already like almost through it. So I think I'm like definitely on the outside of my foot. If my
yeah, like on the bottom too, you wore on the outside.
Yeah.
So that could even be an indicator that you need a little bit more support in the shoe. So again, like if you haven't had a gait analysis at the store, go see Warren. He can do a simple gait analysis and he can see if you need a little bit more support in the shoe, especially on the outside. If you're pushing to the outside, you can go into a shoe that has support so that it kind of helps you run more centered.
And then maybe it wouldn't wear out this. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I see Kirsten asks, is there a downside to too much cushioning in a shoe? Asking as someone who hyperpronates. Yeah, so not really. There's not really a downside to having too much cushion. The only thing with that is, does it feel comfortable to you? So if you're someone who you love a super soft feel in a shoe, then a lot of cushioning is going to feel great. But if you're someone who you like a slightly more responsive or dynamic feel, then sometimes a super soft or really high cushion shoe can end up feeling really squishy, like you're sinking down before you push off with each step. So it's really about like trying on in store, try to jog around a little bit in the store if you can. If you purchase them and you're still unsure, take them home. And if you have access to a treadmill, or if you're back at the gym, you can take them to the gym and try them on the treadmill, and you'll have a good idea of how they're feeling. There's really no downside to too much cushioning. Even if you pronate a lot, then it's really just about having the appropriate amount of cushion mixed with the appropriate amount of support for you. And there's so many options that really it just takes trying a couple on in store, and you'll kind of know. Like what we always say is the shoe that you notice the least on your foot is probably the right shoe for you. You want it to feel like an extension of you. You're not like fiddling around with it. There's no distractions with it. You're able to just put it on and go for your run.
Great, thank you.
About bras.
Yeah, Katie, bras.
So I ordered some because when I decided I was going to start running, I ordered, like, that was my first thing, is like, I need a sports or running bra, and I struggled like to the extent, like I'm like, I can't run, I can't find a bra. But anyways, I ordered the Brooks ones, and I couldn't even like they don't stretch enough. Like I couldn't do it up in the back. Have you heard that?
Okay. Do you know which one you purchased?
I was looking and I think I ordered the Dare one.
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered because I can't do the racer back one.
Gotcha.
I find I can't, it doesn't
Yeah, you
stretch
can't
enough,
reach. Yeah, you
and then
can't
it doesn't
reach.
stretch. So I think I got the underwire Dare.
Underwire. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, those styles are
But I
great.
returned it.
Okay. So the thing is with that, like, were you aware of the proper measurement, or were you going off of your everyday bra size, or what?
I tried my everyday one, and obviously that was small. And then I think I went to a 42, and that was too small. So I
Okay.
think now it'd be a 44.
Yeah. Okay.
maybe.
So in the underwire, we do make 44. So you can definitely look into that sizing. But yeah, I would just say, like, try to go back before you purchase anything and like redo your measurement to make sure
Yeah.
you're in the appropriate size. But yeah, the great thing about this is not the underwire. I'm just using it as an example, but it has that back closure, so you can kind of do it up at the front and then spin it around if you
Okay.
need to. So try doing that, but really, like, your run bra should be very similar to your shoes in that you should be able to just put it on and you're not like fiddling around with it, anything like that. So try the 44, Katie, and then make sure you're doing the measurement first as well to make sure you have the proper bottom band size.
Yeah, because the only one I ended up getting was that NYX bra.
Yeah.
But the straps when I'm running, they unclip. Like how
Oh, okay.
is
Okay.
that?
Yeah, you definitely don't want that either.
No.
So,
But
yeah,
at least it fits around.
right. Okay. So yeah, I can't really speak to the NYX side of it either, but yeah, definitely making sure all of the features are working together is super important. So yeah, go back to that running room tool for the chart and go through that again if you can.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Katie, question for you, Katie. When's your next trip into St. Albert?
October 20th.
Okay. Yeah. Just let us know, because I'll let you know who we have for staff and stuff, and they can actually get you fitted up as well too, right?
Okay. that
Because there's a
sounds
few ladies
great.
I know that'll just, whatever you need, they'll find what you need.
Yeah, they are super great at your store, actually.
Ah, good. And anybody else from anywhere else, if you want to come from Vancouver or Calgary, we're here. But yeah, right on.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good questions today. Thank you all for asking really insightful questions.
For sure. Okay, so anything else, guys? Or you've got Amy's email, so if you got any more questions for her, we can just send them off to her.
Yeah, here, I'll just put it in the chat here in case anyone missed it. Super, super easy.
Right on.
Just amy.hicks@brooksrunning.com. So I'll put it in there.
Okay, guys. All right, now hands up. Who's all got their 3 runs in this week? All right, and you're going to run tomorrow, right? Good, and we're all saying yay Blue Jays? Just Amy's from Toronto. I just figured I'd throw that in. Okay, guys, so I guess we should call this the day. Thank Amy for being here. And
Thanks
thanks
for
you
having
guys. Thanks for being here too, guys. Yeah. And yeah, we'll talk, I guess, next week. Yeah, right on. And keep the emails coming because I like seeing those. Right on.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. It was nice chatting with you all. Take care.
Thank you too.
What's the topic next week?
Next Saturday is physio. We're going to have a guest speaker physiotherapist. So
Great.
any injuries and stuff, come chat. Plantar fasciitis, that'd be a good topic. And yeah, so we'll have, her name is Stephanie Dumont here from St. Albert. And yeah, everybody show up. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Warren.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Okay.